Tuesday night stream with the Rapscallion Brigade. I am Frank, the Cuban Sherpa, and we're going to be continuing on with Wolfenstein 2. I believe, according to Ben, we left off right around the halfway point last Tuesday. So, let's see where we go and shoot some more Nazis. Hello, Heather. Kinda quiet. Is it that the mic is low, or is just the game was loading? That does add some silence. I don't even remember what I was doing. Select Manhattan on the war map. Shit, I think I ran away from the war map, didn't I? Alright, you can't hear me very well. I switched mics, which maybe did it. So, let me know if that helps any. Hopefully it does. Awesome. Yeah, I just kind of had to boost it up a bit. And methinks that worked. I spent a bunch of time wandering around. I now have to find a Manhattan war map. That's what happens when you just wander. What wine are you sipping this evening? I have Black Mountain Pinot Noir. I enjoy Pinots. I've never heard of Black Mountain though. Actually, I was commenting to Jocelyn that I was like, we have a bunch of wines that I don't recall ever getting, so I'm just gonna start consuming them, I guess. But it's not too bad. It's a 2016. Professor Schilling. Following the catastrophic failure of the so-called crocoduck experiments with genetically generated animal hybrids, a more crude approach was decided upon. Here, I will detail the latest experiment for you. Subject A's head was removed carefully and placed in the vat containing the preservation liquid developed by the research team in Paris. Subject B's body was then taken out of its vat, which also had been preserved in the same liquid and prepared for conjoining. Subject A's head was subsequently attached to Subject B's neck. While there was movement, this seemed to be mostly reflexatory, and there was unfortunately no signs of consciousness from Subject A. The experiment was aborted, and it was determined that more research was needed. Specifically, more thingy parchments were needed to fill in the missing pieces of the puzzle. The note is bloodstained and incomplete, and written in the margins with Set's handwriting. Must be the Draconian theorem. We'll investigate. Yeah, I kind of giggled for a second when you were like, oh, I remember when I had lots of wine at one time. Seems to imply you're kind of just
I need some help.
Consuming it in greater quantities now. And I found the map. No, not Eva's hammer. Manhattan, there we go. Plot course for Manhattan, yes. You don't drink wine much anymore. Welcome, by the way, Jesse. You know, wine for a bit wasn't my preferred alcoholic beverage, but I'm definitely gaining more of an appreciation for it. I just don't go through it fast enough to use the whole bottle. Well, see, I found a solution for that as well. Because I felt the same way. It was hard to justify opening a bottle of wine knowing I wouldn't drink it all. So then I discovered the wonders of wine and Wolfenstein, and now I can get through a whole bottle in one sitting, and that's pretty amazing. Also, there was wine and Fellowship of the Ring, And that was pretty atrocious, and that helped me through some dark times. You look mysterious. I cook with it occasionally, but I buy the smaller bottles on purpose just for that reason. The wife has a drinker, so we don't partake. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, we have a good chunk of wine, you know, just from, you know, I think people that have visited and stuff like that, or, you know, given us gifts as wine. At least that's what, oh, that's right. I remember Ben saying that now we get 100 health and 100 shield, after the Futurama incident.
Blaskowitz, find a way inside the nuclear bunker before the radiation levels, you know,
I don't sit there and drink like a ton. But I like that now I have like this cool excuse to just sit here and drink wine once a week on average. That's pretty fun. You guys appreciate new beverages. Wine gets me through my dark times too. Moscato is dangerous, so sweet and delicious. Yes, Moscato is definitely the wine you drink when you're aiming to get like really screwed up, just because you don't taste the alcohol that begins to course through your body. Is radiation making your health drop? I'm seeing an icon flash. Yes, I'm wondering the same thing, like around the edges there's a little bit of like some haziness. I know my health does drop consistently. Oh yeah, I saw like the icon flash like a little rad. Sorry, Peppers. Kids, we used to go to wineries a lot more, so we'd buy it by the case and it would last a while. Yeah, there's a pretty nice vineyard not far from us in Claremont, called Lake Ridge. I'm not a big fan of champagne, but they have like this pink champagne called Pink Crescendo that is delicious. But they always do like a, you know, like a wine festival. Sorry, puppy. You know, where you can just buy cases like at ridiculous prices. And then you're buying straight from the vineyard, so, you know, like, it's at a much more agreeable price than if you were to buy it, like, from a store. That would have lasted maybe a week with Josh. That's a shame about the potty habits of the puppers. I felt really bad because we had when Nomi was going through like his last few days. I mean, you know, I say feel bad, like, you know, like there's nothing that can be done, but like it coincided with a friend that was coming to stay with us that we hadn't seen in a very long time. And she had an event that she was working. The first, you know, it felt a little rough, like, man, you know, she's here. We're going through like a pretty rough time, you know, knowing what's happening to Nomi. But then, like, we had to, like, you know, lay out potty pads all over the place, you know, since he couldn't make it to the bathroom anymore. Oh, did I run out of ammo for this? Yeah, I gotta find a recharge station. But she was really understanding, you know, and she was really cool about it. I think it would be kind of messed up if someone maybe, you know, threw a fit over it. You know, sometimes those things you can't avoid. So I think I need to find a recharge station, because that's probably my way out. And hopefully I can find a recharge station quickly before I die of radiation poisoning. Our kids have pretty bad potty habits as well. Poor kiddos. Welcome, Josh. I'm sure to say Josh. There, picked up some health. That'll get me through a little one. I suppose if a cannibal is late for dinner, he gets a cold shoulder. No, I thought that was flashing like it was indicating something. I wonder if it is maybe indicating something. Can I shoot that? Shooting it does nothing. We have pads and such, but that doesn't. Yeah. I mean the same thing, right? Like, you know, as it got progressively worse for Nomi, like he couldn't even make it to the pads anymore. But the pads were certainly helpful for a short stint. If I had like the stilts. Oh, wait, can I ram into this? Yes, alright. Forgot I had my awesome shoulder pads now.
The Nazis keep the stolen intel inside their command center. You gotta find your way in there.
Loves to be in the strangest spots. Oh, at least that keeps you on your toes, I guess. Wish I had remembered the shoulder pads sooner. I lost like a shit ton of health. Maxed out armor. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to ram these boxes. And then hopefully I can... Nope. Or I guess not. Yeah, that alerted them without the element of surprise.
Willst du mal eine richtige Geschichte?
All right. Who's next?
Let me... I know I left a lot of armor. It's back here somewhere that I should be able to pick up. Another fun thing, this is the first time I get to rock and roll in this game since I upgraded my video card yesterday. Oh, damn. But yeah, made a nice upgrade, I think, going from a 480 to a 1070 Ti. Should hopefully make this game run a little prettier. it was great loading up Witcher 3 and being able to play everything at max settings and no hitches. And when I went into Wolf, everything was already set to like Ultra and Uber and all sorts of other fancy sounding settings. Upgrade kit. So hand granata, I think I had done a good amount on. Laser craft work I was happy with. Machine pistol I was good with. I already got that Magnum. Alright, so let us upgrade the shoddy. So rotor just makes it a hell of a lot faster. It was already pretty fast. Oh, there you go. It shoots all 3 shells at once. Magazine capacity. Let's do ricochet. Ricochet is definitely where we're at. Have I already been this way? I'm pretty sure I've already been this way. There's just so many things to run into now. More Enigma codes. This definitely looks like the way it should be going. What was that? Looked like we picked it up. What were you doing in MS Paint that got you so so in the zone? I am upset people. Upset the right. I guess right behind me, right underneath. It's a really long time that I hear an alarm. I think we were having that discussion the other day about, you know, refusing to either, you know, turn off alarm. Did I pick up the card? My card? Yeah. Or just turning off alarms, and the, I think Jesse had posted a picture of, like, thumbtacks on, on the snooze button. No, wait. Is it empty? Is it legit? No, it's not empty. How dare you make me throw this away preemptively? Josh is the worst at hitting the snooze. I don't know, man. I think we may have to see a competition between Jocelyn and Josh, because Josh will certainly take that that snooze button past its limit. I mean, we're typically trying to log into work around around 8 a.m. and we both work from home. Normally I'm pretty good about logging in. Second override. A lot of times maybe I'll log in like at 8:05. But I think Joss's regular login time is more like 8:15 or 8:30. You never miss the snooze button. Welcome to Providence, home of the Ministry of Agriculture. That picture looks like it belongs in a Wes Anderson movie. That looks like what you'd expect from like the Grand Budapest Hotel. But Nazis. Howdy, Ben. Welcome, my friend. Carla's postcard. Albert, I've been here for a month now, and I can, with confidence, say that Providence is indeed a very strange city. The recent crime wave that has been plaguing the area makes it unsafe to tread the streets at night. During my many interviews with the people living here, I've overheard whisperings of mutated and feral inhabitants, perhaps poisoned by the radioactive fallout from New York. Oh, that's probably why it was getting rad poisoning. Just New York was bombed to hell. I'm staying at a rundown cheap motel for now. The owner barely speaks, but just looks at me with eyes that seem almost devoid of life. I found my ancestor Johann Kerwin's old house in the city outskirts. People shun it, telling me that it's cursed, saying I should avoid it by any means. Nope, that is something I have no intention of. I've decided that I shall organize a trip to the old mansion first thing tomorrow. I hope I shall find something. Yours truly, Carla Dietrich Waltz. Oh, I'm glad that you saw the little, that Grand Budapest lookalike thing in there too. I did pull the lever. I was gonna have to pull it again. No, I did not pull the lever. Find the command center. I hear the beginnings of a beat, so I guess a firefight is about to happen. That was a short-lived fight. I thought it was going to last a little bit longer than that. It's just one dude. This one, there should be a cakewalk. Is 15 cards and a small board along with 10 dudes. The best images I could find was some other gamer's homemade version, but he changed a bunch of things and throw the balance off. Went in recolored squares to make it more gooder, but I only really know how to use MS Paint. It's tedious, and for much of it I have to zoom in and use the pencil tool. Ah, yeah. Yes, indeed. The program that I started to use, I know it's rather user unfriendly, I think, to get started. But I used it when I could no longer find a reliable source for Photoshop. So I switched to GIMP, which is, open source and free goodness, and it is actually a pretty versatile tool. It did a lot of stuff when I was a little bit more into photography, and I try not to edit my photos just because I'd rather like whatever I took a photo of to speak for itself. But there's always maybe some little tweaks, a little straightening out, little cropping. I try not to do like color enhancements and stuff like that. But GIMP did a lot of that stuff very well. Only time. Oh shit! Big robo puppy. All right. 2 is slow moving, which I guess is good. Alright, let's drop this gun. Drop the weapon. Alright, not dropping the weapon. Oh shit, there's two. This is the one I was focusing on originally, I think. There's armor. There. How far can I go with this charge? Can I blow it up? Oh, he exploded. Too weak. Yeah. Heather's at the
When I
top
was
of the
little.
list.
Shooting cans with my BB gun. Except bigger can. Bigger gun.
And of course, thank you for the bits, Heather. Yeah, I want to say, I know I saw recharge station around here. Photoshop is my favorite for sure. Yeah, you did a good job on the tweak you had to do that one time when we didn't have Jamie available. Your Photoshop skills are definitely superior to mine. You need practice with the GIMP. Yeah, that is... I mean, not the GIMP. We don't need a full fiction GIMP running around here. But yeah, I mean, a lot of those programs, that's mainly what it is you know, just practice and getting familiarity with the tool. And how those things work. I guess you get that adage of practice makes perfect, right? No, oh, I made it. There's probably nothing in here, but I made it. And this way.
Only way forward seems to be through that elevator shaft.
The Twitch ads hate me. I feel your pain. The Twitch gods have been a little bit more kind to me lately. They've been giving me more opportunities to watch streams, or to watch ads. And also giving me a decent payout. I think yesterday or something, I watched like 2 ads, and the first one gave me 5, and then the one after that gave me 100. So I'm like, I'm locked and loaded for some Rapscallion streams during the week. So I'm glad I'll be able to shower people with jiggly bits in the near future.
Run.
What the hell just shot me? Because I saw nothing. Holy shit. I got fucking rocked. That's not what shot. He didn't shoot me either. Yeah, I think definitely update the shoddy again. I'm still not too sold on the rotor, but I will take the extended magazine. Yeah, this thing. Can I like charge these people? No, I cannot charge these people. Shit, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's find the other dude. I'm getting further away from him this way. I guess I've replenished some health and some armor. That should be the end of the firefight. I think Boondock Saints has ruined the word firefight for me, because now all I ever picture when I say that is Willem Dafoe doing the whole "there was a firefight" scene. Oberkommandant Klinger's note. Meeting minutes, Operation New York. Location, the Oberkommando. Present, Klinger, Wexler, Hoffman, Messer. What is the goal? Oberkommando wants to rebuild New York to a glorious Reich city, a capital on the eastern coast of the American territories. Should be the pinnacle of German technology and craftsmanship. What needs to be done? Clean up toxic waste, complete removal of radioactivity within the greater area of New York, purge all terrorist threats from the area, construct new buildings from Uber concrete. The best concrete. City should have the tallest building in the world. Research more thingy technology to do this. Advertise. Remove the stigma of City of a Million Ghost nonsense. Contact all media channels for positive articles. Possible time frame? Spring 1967 for complete restoration. Check time frame with boss. We'll need forced labor support to make this deadline. Disposable slave workforce can handle the removal of toxic waste. Anything else? Possible slogans: the City of Hope or the Big Apple Strudel. The Apple Strudel. Everyone laughed when Hoffman suggested this. Meeting adjourned 10:30 a.m. Signed, Oberkommandant Klaus Klinger. You have 0 and Twitch hasn't let you get more weeks. Yeah, man. Yeah, damn it. I was hitting that escape key. I feel your pain there, dude. Like, that's kind of what happened to me for a bit. You know, I was like, oh, great, you know, we're gonna get like a shitload of bits just watching ads, and then it just like, you just hit this wall, and they were like, nope, no more ads for you for a bit, and then they become generous again. Commandant Achterberg's e-post. Are they crazy? I agree, Hummel. We are still finding corpses in the underground to dispose of. Radiation levels are nowhere near nominal levels. I waded through toxic sludge yesterday. Manhattan is nowhere near ready to be reconstructed. At least give us some realistic goals, for God's sake. Achterberg. But, I mean, I wonder if it is a quota that they give you, because, no lie, dude, like, there was one day that, I mean, it just kept letting me watch ads, and I was like, I'm just gonna, you know, ride this till it tells me no more. And it wasn't just that they were giving me ads, but they were, like, super generous. It was like, you know, 50 bits here, 100 bits here. Alright. Toe the line. I will take this chicken sandwich. Orleans dossier.
New Orleans dossier Grace wanted. Guess that's my cue.
Yep. Shit's about to go down. You can watch ads on other people's things. Yes, that is correct. But I think it's like a global thing. So it's like
Nazis born in a barn. They're letting the radiation in.
yes.
Achtung! Nördliche Dekontaminationskammer beschädigt.
Secure Fallout Rebreather. Alright, so come down this way and hang a right.
An alle Mitarbeiter legen Sie umgehend Ihr Atemgerät an. Ich wiederhole, nördliche Dekontaminationskammer beschädigt. An alle Mitarbeiter.
No, went too far.
Also legen Sie umgehend Ihre Atemgeräte an.
Bad time to run out of. Should be going straight. Yep, straight. Ooh. Mascara.
Blazkowicz, I'm ready to pick you up. Just get to higher ground and signal your location.
Just get to higher ground. Easier said than done, my friend. So before I get to hit that, it might let you if you aren't just binging on the same one. I've tried, like I've gone to other people's, like either friends or watch other people's streams, and same thing. It still gives me like that wall when I hit like on Rapscallion Brigade, or same thing. I'll watch on a friend's stream until like it goes no further. Give me 20 health, but that's what I get for trying to be sneaky.
Blazkowicz, I'm ready to pick you up. Just get to higher ground and signal your location. Yes, Blazkowicz. I see you. Approaching now.
There weren't that many of them. But I still kind of sucked it up at the beginning there. There you go. Oh, there you go. Jump on board. 5 minutes for higher ground. Dun, 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 dun. Watch out for Anakin and Obi-Wan. No need to watch out for Obi-Wan, because he's the one that has the high ground.
We're making
Again, it's of no concern.
you and I.
Oh, shit.
No.
Hey, you alive?
Sucker. You're dead.
All right. Gonna be okay?
Yeah. Been through worse. Just need to rest.
All right.
Use one of the 150 health kits you picked up. Seriously.
Hey, Seth, check it out. Got some smoking fresh Nazi battle robots for you. Big opportunity for some very
It does kind
important
of suck
scientific
that,
research
you
and
know,
so forth.
I guess it's cool it lets you overcharge your health, but then,
Hey,
you know, that
Yes.
slow creep.
Shoshana,
kinda
look who's
sucks.
here, Mr. Shimshon Blaskovich. What have you done to me, Yinkala? What have you done? I've been so absorbed with this artifact you brought into my attention. Absorbed and angry. You see, the Das Yichud engineers that made it called it the God's
said it,
key, a
the Das
term
Yichud.
that only a complete and utter schmuck would accept it at face value, because first, it's not a key. I mean, I don't see a key here. More important, its actual purpose. I don't know what its actual purpose is! Makes me very angry.
Seth's got a bit of a
all right.
Steven Spielberg kind of look to him. You know, grayer, of course.
Yes, look, I must not be just...
Nah, I guess the Enigma machine. That sounds like side missions. I don't know if I want to do side missions.
Nazi commanders
Go
carry
to
them.
Greece.
Top secret encrypted information. That is what Signorina Sigran say.
What is going on? I can interact with the pig.
You look hungry, girl.
A Yiddish Christopher Walken or a Yiddish Christopher Lloyd.
Should check out this Enigma machine everyone's so jazzed up about.
I don't know if I see the Christopher Lloyd.
It's a life and death situation. All right, Dick. I was doing inventory in the animal depot when this gigantic asshole of a rat jumped straight at me like a guy.
I didn't want to pick up another side mission.
Biggest rat I ever seen in my life. Big as a dog.
Ciao, Captain Blaskovich.
Captain, have you time to help out?
Oh, William, I wish we could spend
Yep.
some time alone.
I guess this is the Enigma machine. Grace's Enigma machine note. Blaskowitz. Our sisters intercepted radio traffic from Uber Commando Klaus Klinger, one of the motherfuckers leading the Nazi military presence in America. Apparently, General Ungel sent him to clean up your mess in the Manhattan bunker. Killing him, or any Uber Commando for that matter, would contribute to the destabilization of the Nazi occupation and assist the coming revolution. This Enigma machine is full of encrypted Uber Commander files. We already have the location of Uber Commander Klinger, but try using your Enigma codes to decipher where the others are stationed. If you find and kill an Uber Commander, bring back his death card so we can scratch that fucker off the list. Lloyd already screams mad scientist to me. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see mad scientist in Lloyd. I'm pretty sure Doc Brown has a lot to do with that. I don't know what this does. Oh, oh shit. Fuck. I realized too late what I was supposed to be doing. Okay. That one looks good. And I guess not that one. Shit. Oh shit, select a row. No, no. Yeah. Oop, my bad. Did not want to press that button. That one stays the same, and I think it's this one. It's that one. And shit. Sadly, I think the chat delay is gonna be horrible for assistance on this one. And the same. Oh, yeah, the same again. That one is good. That one. And the row. This one here is down there. That one. That one's good, and that one. It's almost like a bunch of little dominoes. This one and mirror. And that one. That one's good, and shit, the one that I just took. I'm getting them now. Yeah, it made sense. It was just when it first presented it, I wasn't, you know, it was just a little confusing, but it's making sense now. I'm guessing 3 means now it's 3 rows of icons you gotta match, right? No, still 2. Okay. This one and that one. That one. That one and the 3. That one. Too far. Alright. And I guess it's what? Is it 3 codes that I'm using per entry of this? Yeah, it's 3. I just saw I went from 13 Enigma codes to 10 on a successful attempt there. So I could really only do Baumgartner and I guess Everhart, since that'll give me 10. Shit. I just totally blanked out there for a second. That one and this one. This one and Roswell Underground. How do you get more of those codes? The commanders that you kill, the ones that have that give off the alarm signal, that just keeps waves of Nazis coming at you. If you kill them, they drop the Enigma codes, which I guess now we know what purpose they serve. Honestly, I just kind of was assuming they were just like a little collectible item or whatever, like a Topps baseball card of Nazi generals or something. But I guess I was wrong. Oh, that's all my Enigma codes. Not too bad. I guess I only failed like maybe 2 or 3 times, so I wouldn't even have had the enough to get this guy anyways. So that's not too shabby.
The reports are very worrying.
Are there a finite number of them? That is a good question.
Grace! Grace!
I didn't even know their purpose until right now, so I guess there is, because there's only so many of those
I'm sorry.
Of those generals.
It took me hours to put her down. Okay, let's roll.
In other news, the Minister of Public Security, General Engel, has resolved to clean up the streets of America from, quote, all criminal and terrorist elements.
Der Terroranschlag auf Roswell war ein Weckruf für das amerikanische Volk. Wir sind nicht so sicher, wie wir glauben.
Later tonight, we interview Lady Helene herself
I agree.
about the upcoming
I'm sure they give you
in cinematic history,
maybe a little bit more so you can make up for like some failures.
We will ask director Lady Helene the most pressing question of all. Who will play Terror Billy? Can any actor truly channel the pure evil of one of history's greatest mass murderers?
The helm.
I like the
5
name
minutes?
of Terror Billy. That's a good nickname.
My brothers and sisters. For the longest time, I've been hearing through the grapevine about this resistance leader named... Horton.
I'm so sorry. I'm still trying to calibrate the fucker.
Horton. Horton and his crew were holed up in the New Orleans ghetto. Now, this man has important connections to the remaining fragments of the resistance all over the U.S., so Blazkowicz, I need you to go in there and recruit this man to our cause, you dig?
You dig.
However, this shit ain't gonna be easy. Nazis got this great fucking wall all around New Orleans. Heavily armed guard towers, and the coastline is riddled with mines. Impossible for the U-boat to navigate. But you know what? Fuck them anyway. Because we got something else.
I still say she reminds me of Misty Knight from the Netflix Marvel stuff. What is going on inside of her?
I'm sorry. Did you need this coat?
Yes, motherfucker. Anya,
tell
me what to shoot, Grace. You and Fergus will break into the East Perimeter Security Tower located there in Lake Bourne. Deactivate the mines obstructing the channel to Lake Pontchartrain. Then, we sail this boat into the city and burn all surviving souls on board.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling better.
New Orleans is counting on us, my brothers and sisters.
He got over her.
Blazkowicz, I need you to make it to the other side of the Great Wall. Look for any kind of opening that will grant you passage to the inside of the wall.
Which I believe some lucky rapscallions are gonna be in New Orleans, not too far.
Hey, Blazko. Not seen a living civilian from up here since we arrived. Now, on the other hand, there's an overabundance of Nazis. Hope you have better luck finding survivors.
Right now.
Fergus out.
Here I was thinking you gotta get fancy and climb on some like broken down billboards, and it's like, no, you can just climb the ladder and get in. So Jesse, right there, the signal detected. Those two dudes will give me some more Enigma cards. But I think the next one unlocks at 5, so we're gonna have to find 3 more of those dudes. I'm also jealous that you will get to hang out with Mark. Oh, and hang out with you as well. I think you had said it was the Midwest Game Con, if I'm not mistaken. Terrorbilly's execution, highest rated TV hour in history. The televised execution of William Blazkowicz was the highest rated hour in TV history, with millions of viewers around the globe. The world, and especially the American territories, drew a collective sigh of relief as Terrorbilly met his just end by the swift blade of General Eckel. The trial and death of the world's most evil terrorist marks the end of a period of wanton violence and the beginning of the Reich's 1,000 years of peace. Our beloved Führer has announced that the day of Terrorbilly's execution will be a national holiday called Justice Day. This will be a day of remembrance and dedicated to everyone we have lost to the heinous crimes of agents of chaos, just like William J. Blazkowicz, said the Führer. Yep, Midwest Gaming Con. I'm not as into retro gaming as the group I'm going with, but I'll have fun still. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. When the last time, well, the only time I would say that I was in Portland, and got to visit my brother who is not too far from Portland. I made a trip out of it, but it was partly to go, see him. It'd been a while since I'd seen him. But also, I got to go to Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Oh man, he just got hatcheted in the balls, the poor man. And my brother definitely, has an appreciation for older games. I mean, oh, son of a bitch. Alarm. But I mean, I don't know if he's into them as much as I was, especially not the collecting aspect. But even my wife, even though she mainly plays like Galaga and Centipede, but she still ran around. She got to check out the vendors and see some cool stuff. So I think they still enjoyed themselves. They have a small but thriving board game community there, so that will be fun. That is awesome. Sadly, I really enjoy like the new I guess generation of board games that have been coming out. I need to find more people up here in Orlando that play board games. Just because I enjoy them, even though I don't own anything. Like, I think the fanciest board game I own is Star Trek Monopoly. But I definitely enjoy playing them. Like, I think right now, I'd say my favorite, in terms of being able to like pick something up and play, and just the flow of the game, still for me has been Splendor. Splendor has been a lot of fun. Because it's a game that like, I don't know, I think it's a good game just to sit like around a table, and have, even 3 players, 2 or 3 players. Just the flow of the game makes well for just moving around and still being able to have a conversation, shoot the shit and stuff while you play. regarding detainee hygiene and health issues. Men, I know there's been complaints regarding the handling of detainees. Some of you find them repulsive, that they smell like corpses, that they are dirty and even contagious. Well, I hear you and I understand you, make no mistake about that. Therefore, I will arrange for you to bring portable water tanks and high-pressure hoses with which you can clean the worst offenders efficiently. I think this solution will be sufficient to make a better workplace for all of us. Oberkommandant Otto Ackerman. So they're going to be pressure cleaning the detainees. I spent the weekend pressure cleaning my driveway and walkway and sidewalks and the storm drain. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I wanted to really pressure clean people like that. I saw your mention, Jesse, about another good like multiplayer game is Carcassonne. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Carcassonne or Carcassonne? Amusingly, that is a game I have been very curious to see how it plays, but I have never played it, sadly. But it's had... Oh shit, I just threw a grenade. But it certainly had my attention for a very long time. Right on the side. King of Tokyo, King of New York is another great 3+ player game. Yes. I really enjoy King of Tokyo / King of New York. That's also a fun one. Just to like kind of shoot the shit and go back and forth, just especially because it plays so fast. And granted, both of the games, you know, like you have some thought process involved and you know, some strategy to do, but lends itself also to. Damn it, just didn't want to throw that. Back downstairs for that second guy. Thought it had maybe thrown. First guy I'm pretty sure was down here. Alright, because I killed the first one. Oh, clearly. Oh, wait, no, I heard voices. There you go. You were down. You can... I thought when you dual wielded you could only dual wield 2 of the same weapons, but you got a shotty in one hand and like my little automatic rifle in the other. I was not aware that was a feature you had. Of course, that was purely by accident and in the frantic mess of me just trying to press buttons to be well equipped. But I guess it's cool I have that option. Oh. Josh originally brought me on as the board game guy. Yeah, you know, based on the conversations we've had and stuff like that, it definitely seems like. I mean, some of the other guys in the group are into board games. You know, based on discussions we've had. But I think you definitely stand out as the one most knowledgeable in them, I would say. I only basically get my knowledge of board games is just limited to the exposure I get, like you know, whatever friends or family, like my cousin or my brother, will tell me about it, or will, you know, have me play. Though I am thankful at least that what I have been exposed to has been quality games for the most part. You know, they're like little simple games that we played as well, like little like big time wasters that are easy to play, like Sushi Go and stuff like that. That I definitely wouldn't say are like upper echelon games, but they're fun. They have their place. Sushi Go is fun. It's another one that moves fast and not really terribly complicated. Oh yeah, another upgrade kit. Easy for people just to get into. Played Pandemic. Yes, I have played Pandemic. Damn. I've never won a game of Pandemic. I've always lost in them. Shit, I'm trying to think if there's another game. Like, is there a game called like Outbreak or something that I think has a similar concept to Pandemic? And then I never remember which one I played because I know there's like the heavy duty and the light one between like Arkham Horror and Eldritch Horror. But I played one of those horror games. Outbreak is an expansion. Okay, so yeah, I guess maybe it's just more Pandemic that I have played. Though I still am pretty sure I don't even remember picking up a Kampf pistol. But if it says I can do rockets on it, we're definitely getting rockets on the pistol. One of the horror games we were finally gonna win. Like we were dead set, like, you know, we were, the stars had aligned for us to win the game, and one of the people we were playing with had to drop out and had to go. And, you know, you can't just like up and abandon the game, like, you know, or just switch from, you know, 4 to 3 people and just keep playing the same. So we had to abandon the game. But in my eyes, like we were pretty much like on the brink, on the cusp of victory before we lost, or before we had to abandon it. But to me, it was the only round of that horror game that we won.
Blazkowicz, head for the old American Bank building. That's where Horton and his group should be holed up. Find them. Persuade them to join our cause.
The American Bank. What's $1 worth these days?
No, son of a bitch. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I added ricochet bullets. Shoddy. Probably not the best weapon to use. Just standing there all kind of creepy. Star card. And save. want to say sounds familiar, but it could be that maybe I've just seen it at a friend's house, but not necessarily have played it. I think the same could be said for No Thanks. For Sale is one I'm definitely not familiar with. There is one, I think it's about kind of like creating or like chaining fireworks. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I think that's another quick card game. Bang, I know is a fun one, and then there's also Bang the Dice game. They both move pretty fast and they're pretty fun. Hanabi, yes, that's the fireworks game, yes. Resistance Fighters note: you're not taking me alive, you evil Nazi motherfuckers. If there's a hell, you will roast on Satan's fire pit for an eternity, you pathetic assholes. Fuck you, T. The note is stained with big blotches of blood. Bang the dice game I like so much better than the card game. I agree. Damn it, always pressing that escape key. Bang the dice game is a lot of fun. I guess maybe a little bit more setup might be involved, I guess. But, and by setup I mean it's not like it's terribly long to set up, you know, it's just a little time consuming. Some of them are. Splendor takes a bit to line up the tiles. Get all your chips out. Get everything looking pretty.
This is inspection day. Do not attempt to resist inspection. This is a service for your own safety, provided by the Ministry of Health. Everyone who complies with the inspection officer's instructions will receive food and water. Have a nice day.
Hey, food and water for compliance. Standing behind a flammable barrel. I am gonna have a bad time if I stay like that.
The big easy. Can't undo your tragedy. But I can punish the people responsible.
Detainees, inspection day is here. Officers will inspect you for lies and disease symptoms on behalf of the Ministry of Health.
I'm trying to think of what other fun card games I've played.
Please comply with the officers, or you will receive free food and water. Have a nice day.
Shit, actually, card games that might be a little bit more limited. I was just thinking board games in general. Yeah, I've talked about it a lot, but I know it's one that I really enjoy. And now with my brother getting until his recent obsession with Factorio, he was getting into mini painting and was doing minis for Blood Rage. And Blood Rage was a really fun game that a friend of mine introduced me to. I just love the flow of the game, the fact that like you know, you have multiple avenues of victory, you know, based on, you know, whether you want to try something new or you just have a particular playstyle that you prefer. You know, you're not pigeonholed into one particular path to victory. Betrayal on House on the Hill was cool because you kind of go from a semi-co-op game until you find who the
Looks like
betrayer
I got a
is.
shortcut through this building.
And then one person kind of has to turn on everyone. I've only played one game, which we actually won, that had a storyline kind of like, shit, I don't think it was basically like Dorian Gray. You know, there was a painting that we had to get a bunch of spray cans and paint over the painting before our betrayer got to us. And I like the whole living map concept. You know, things kind of opened up and they evolved as the game went on. I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, paint me some minis. Yeah, I've seen you post some pictures of exactly that, of the X-Wings. I have played, I don't know if it's the same one, I have played an X-Wing minigame. Where movement is, you know, you kind of get like these like pieces of cardboard, one of them is straight, one of them might do like a U-turn, another one does like a turn, so on, or a bit of an angle. You know, I should have thought about melting the door, but I just rammed into it with shoulder pads. And it came crashing down, so equally effective, I guess. But that X-Wing game that I did, like that little space battles one, was kind of cool. I could imagine games like that just must be like an obscene like money sink. You know, just collecting all the different you know, like minis and shit that the game has to offer. Sorry, puppy. Not a fan of that gun, those quick, those very close quarters. That's the same game, yeah, okay. Alright, yeah. I did one battle, you know, one game with that, and it was pretty cool. They can be very yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, we said, you know, money sinks, but even time consuming. I mean, that battle took a while.
Looks like I got a shortcut through this building.
Definitely did not want that gun again. It did not serve me well for what I needed to do. If you can play casually, isn't so bad because nobody cares. You just print out some cards or whatever, proxy ships. Yeah, you know, I used to do the same in Magic. I mean, I had played Magic a very long time ago, and then had some friends that got into it around the time we were graduating high school. So then I sunk a little bit more money into it again, but nowhere near what I did when I was like in like 6th grade. So 96 was probably like 12 years old or so. Between 12 and 14, I put a good little chunk of money into Magic. But yeah, like at the point that when my friends were playing more in high school and college, I just kind of started proxying shit because I was like, I'm not gonna keep investing money into this game. That sounds pretty cool. My biggest annoyance is that if you want certain cards, you have to buy the ships that come with them. So if you want auto thrusters, as an example, you know, help mostly dodge at range. You need to buy one of two ships. It used to be just one ship, and not everybody wanted it, either because they didn't want that faction or that ship. I guess by now, though, because I think the mini, like, X-Wing Mini has been out for a bit, so I'm curious if maybe there's just like a secondary market so you can just buy the card without the mini. So I'd be curious how many people were, you know, taking advantage of that, maybe even charging the same or more for just the card. Out on health. I thought I was going to be in a worse position given that fight, but I guess I came out of it in a pretty good shape. Thieves! It could be. I mean, I know sometimes, I'm guilty of it too, but sometimes I kind of hop into a stream and maybe just have it on in the background, or just kind of silently lurking. But at the same time, I have no complaints. I think it's been a good board game conversation, at least. Unless you're not a fan of board games, in which case you probably hated the conversation Jesse and I have had for the last, like, hour or so. Double shoddy, that is unnecessary. I am pretty quiet compared to the game. Damn, I have to pump up the mic again. I am almost, like, honestly maxed out. We have Ben here. I will bump up my mic some more, and maybe that helps a little bit. I switched mics for this evening. I thought maybe I'd get one that wasn't just coming out of my webcam. Yeah, there was one day Kendra and I were testing out some stuff, and she was saying that my voice sounded a little tinny, which is almost totally related to the fact that, you know, like, it's not like a webcam mic is amazing quality or anything. I tried maybe switching out to one that I used to use back in my WoW days. I think would hopefully be a little bit clearer, but I guess maybe I gotta do some tweaking with it. You know, like the tests I had done, I guess it came out, at least that it was popping up, but maybe I need some more tweaks. Oh, excuse me, some more tweaks later. Maybe turn down the game. How dare you use this sound logic, Alex? I will also turn the game down. Her voice is a little titty instead of tinny. I don't know what a titty voice would sound like though. What am I supposed to do? Cross the big hall. That does not look like that is the hall I need to cross. I mean, I guess it's this. This looks like a relatively large hall. Yes. That's a much better sound balance. Alright, cool. I guess part of it also is maybe I should speak up a little more. Normally I talk in a relatively lower tone or lower voice anyways. And I just need to project a little better. And I'm sure as I've slowly consumed this bottle of wine, you know, I don't think about trying to outwardly speak. Oh, yeah, wait, there was this whole area. Yeah, there we go. The clan endorses the new regime. The time has come for a new American order, the Grand Wizard of the KKK during a televised speech yesterday. After several long and productive meetings with the great leader of the Reich, Adolf Hitler, we have agreed that the Klan will officially join the German army to protect the white Americans of the American territories and become part of the greater Reich. The Klan, which has seen its membership rise dramatically during recent years, I wonder why, will maintain a bridge of communication and peace between the American and the German people. It was said in a statement sent out following the Grand Wizard speech. It would also ensure the safety of both real Americans and brave Germans who have been terrorized by evil, peace-hating, multiracial terrorist organizations following the Washington Peace Treaty in 1949. She has huge tracts of land.
Up and running.
No, game definitely is very blunt about the message it is trying to deliver. It's funny because I was kind of thinking, I know that Far Cry 5 just released, and even though I've only ever played one Far Cry game really in my life, which is Blood Dragon. But I was thinking of picking that up and playing, but then at the same time I was like, man, I'd be playing two games with, I mean, I know not exactly the same message between Wolfenstein 2 and that, but, you know, with the sentiment in the US, I guess in a way they're very similar games. Almost kind of felt like I was going to be double dipping in a sense. Go that way. I keep kind of like charging into things in the hope that, like, you know, maybe I can just run through it and ram through it, but alas. I do not mind titty voice. Yeah, I mean, if my voice sounds titty, I guess cool? Yeah? I don't know, I don't, that doesn't seem like a voice I would mind having. Because of his titty voice. Press the button. I am not sure what the button I just pressed is doing. No, I did not want to shoot something. Ah, there you go.
on from the tower now. Mines are disabled, and Fergus is scouting ahead.
Far Cry 5 is what I'm playing now. That
barely made it. William? Don't know if this is normal, but I think the pregnancy is making me a little...
weren't you,
you know, excited. Oh God, is everyone listening in on this frequency?
Yes.
Yes.
Back sauce.
Hodor. There's a character in the game who was a film producer making Blood Dragon 3. That is awesome. Blood Dragon was a pretty fun game. Especially the way it opened up with Long Tall Sally. While you're just like blowing the shit out of people. A large part of my witness testimony against my dad revolved around some similar politics. Fuck. So it wasn't a game I watched last week. Okay, I can understand that. Sometimes you don't want your entertainment to tiptoe too close to your reality. If I spent a third as much time learning to do my job better as I am with this doofy game at MS Paint, I'd have a promotion by now. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. Long range shotgun is not the way to go. I think we'd all kind of be on that same boat, right? Like, you know, if I spent as much time dedicated to, you know, learning additional stuff about QA, compared to what we've been investing into streaming and rapscallying and all that other good stuff. Imagine what I could have learned by now. Maybe I could have moved on from a manual tester to an automation engineer by now. Though, I don't know how much. I've thought about it. I think I can pull it off, but automation testing has its limits. Granted, so does manual.
Trapped. Looks like I gotta blast my way out.
Blast your way out. Nothing. Ram your way out, right? That looks like a rammable wall. I got brave enough to open it in time to hear Liz complaining about boobs last week. I don't know if I remember Liz complaining about boobs. I don't know why Liz would be complaining about boobs in the first place. Boobs are not something I would necessarily be complaining about. Though I know sometimes they can get excessively large, I guess, and become a bit of a hindrance. Pregnancy boobs. Oh, whoa! Did not realize big robo-puppers hanging out up there. Come on. Hidey hole. This is not a good place to be. Yeah, about the reduction part. I've known at least one person. Son of a bitch, you can only go so far. I've known at least one person that's had to do a reduction. Actually, I think 2 people I know have had to do reductions. Just for the sake of their spines. There was one friend of my wife's that just this like really tiny lady, super sweet, but it's almost like her whole chest was basically boobs. And I think she had her breast reduced. And I can imagine the relief on that. I mean, I'm already a short individual as it is, and I think she was shorter than me. This is not gonna end well for me. I'm not looking for ammo. Ammo is not what I need. Help, help, help. Yep, nope. She has a frame for but rides horses a lot. Yeah, I guess large boobs and... Actually, large breasts and athletics in general just don't mix, right? Because, I mean, even if you're not, like, let's say riding horses, but if you were, you know, into, like, running and stuff like that, just the amount of movement must get, like, very cumbersome after a while. I think that's all of them except for the hookers. No. Fuck. I thought I had gotten them. Alright, I'm gonna save my grenades, and we're gonna knock out these other guys first. Now I have the high ground. Hope we're dead. Oh, this dude's dead too. Well, that's pretty awesome. The dudes catapulted me into victory. Kind of depends on the movement and the sports tech available. Yeah, I guess.
Sounds like someone is putting up a fight.
I know binding has been available, but I mean, I guess even to an extent, there's some kind of limit on. Oh, I mean, yeah, obviously, like, you're not gonna have someone with like some fake breasts that are like Triple H or something like that trying to do athletics. But I mean, even on like real breasts, I guess there's got to be some kind of limit to how effective binding can be, no? There are some big boobies out there. They're infinitely squishable. At least real boobs are infinitely squishable. Implants certainly have a limit on their squishiness. 2 sports bras minimum. Jeez. I guess that's also the thing too, right? Larger breasts, I guess, would translate to having multiple sports bras for stronger support. But even that's gotta have its limits too, right? Like, there's only so many sports bras a person can wear. I've had a lot of death in tonight's session. Granted, I'm not a great FPS player in general, but every once in a while you just want to, feel like shooting folks. It can be a bit cathartic. Especially if you get to shoot folks, drink wine, have good company. Wine and Wolfenstein has definitely been something I look forward to each week. Plus it rhymes. Climb the ladder. I don't even do that at my job. By the way, let me know if the stream is still looking okay. I kind of see my up rate kind of bouncing around a bit and kind of going into like yellow and orange and red and stuff. So hopefully it still looks good.
Take my hand.
You a preacher?
No, this? Lord, pick these rags up off the streets. Name's Horton.
William J. Blazkowicz.
Blazkowicz. Terror-Billy Hellfire, son. Ain't you supposed to be dead?
I recovered.
Well, Terror-Billy, don't mean to be rude, but what's your business around these
Recovered
parts,
from death.
from saving our sorry asses?
I'm with the Chrysal Circle. We're starting a revolution.
Are you now?
Reminds me of
this here's the last remaining haven for the cancer
movie Top Secret.
Independent free thinkers, spreading all over the South and yonder. Oh, we be the
and one of the Nazi generals gets a call, a phone call, and he's like, well, let me know if his condition changes. And when he hangs up, he turns around and says, he's dead.
Paris Jack is a brawler, a cutter, a true believing anarchist. A hell of a clarion that player, ain't that right, Paris?
Don't like to toot my own horn, except literally.
Streets are quiet, Horton. Nobody's... Wait. Yes, streets are quiet.
Now that's the professor. She got them eyes, can see a speck of dirt in a cow's ass off 100 yards. I tell you, them goddamn Nazi sumbitches coming here, we gonna shoot their asses out. I tell you what, going out in a blaze of glory, hallelujah!
We've got a lot of good people here. You should join us. We could always use more good people.
How you reckon to start this revolution of yours, Terror-Billy?
Terror-Billy?
Holy shit, it's him.
Didn't that Nazi bitch kill you?
Seems our friend here kinda told St. Pete to go fuck himself.
He's with the Chrysal Circle, walking legend.
I know who he is. Oh, damn it. Here they come. Paris, I'm feeling a little jittery. You mind taking the edge off?
Let me see what I can do about that.
You know, my ma always said, never trust a man can't handle his whiskey. So you sit right down, sit there, Billy, and drink up.
I was thinking the same thing, Jesse.
What in the world the fuck is this shit?
Old Horton Special.
Oh, goddamn.
Now listen, Billy, I respect your ambition, but there's nothing can be done no more. The world has sank into the crapper, and all we can do now is drink this whiskey and watch the vortex suck it all down.
Didn't expect your belly to be quite so young.
We've been fighting for a revolution since long before them Nazis came here. We were the first to start build a civil rights movement to advocate equality for everyone. You know the concept of civil rights, Terrabelli? No, you don't. You're just a jarhead, ain't you?
Buddy, I laid my life on the line for freedom, justice, and the American way, while you and your bohemian friends were passing out Bolshevik propaganda and opposing the draft on every street corner. What good is your fucking equality? You can't muster the backbone to stick up for your people while the coyote's scratching at your front door.
We stood up against the imperialist war machine in the United States of America and the greedy money men of Wall Street who was itching to send the children of the proletariat off to die in foreign lands so that they could be filling their coffers. It weren't their sons bleeding on the beaches. No, they drafted people like you for their dirty work while they was watching the dollars roll in. You're the pawn, the patsy of the cantankerous men in Marble Mansion. Well, I see through that shit. Decided not to be a party to it.
Yet here you are, guns in hand, shooting Nazis, just like me. Difference is you come late to the party. Perhaps your kind had gotten their asses in gear, we'd have won the war.
Don't spill that shit on the table, Hog, then lead right through it.
This'll get you drunk, Terrabelli, you upstanding lackey of the establishment, G.
Listen, pal, I ain't got time for your horse shit. You gotta make the call. Give up and die or step the fuck up.
I ain't wanting to argue with you, Terrabelli. Too tired to fight.
You tired?
The music in the background of the scene is really entertaining.
I got kids on the way. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna raise them in a world run by these Nazi assholes. So what's it gonna be? You hillbilly, degenerate moonshiner, Bolshevik cowards, goddamn traitors.
Oh, Lord, ain't never seen a man remain coherent after more than one shot over Horton Special. I like you, Billy. Like your gumption. All right, let's start this revolution. Hit it! Tara's been working on this puppy for over a month now.
Hot damn. How'd you tame it?
Pop the hood, pulled some wires, that about it.
He's a quick learner, Paris always figures out what's what.
So, what's your plan?
You're gonna ride it, cowboy. Yes, sir. You're gonna ride on out there, draw off the Nazi fire, while we make our way down to the harbor with all those who survived the purge.
Gotcha.
All hinges on that boat of yours showing up.
It'll be there.
Oh, easy now, easy. There you go. Just mind the temper.
Horton, you better get up here. Nazis swarming in like flies on ship.
Check.
I want to say that in New Order,
Now again!
you got to ride the puppers also, didn't you? At least it seems kind of familiar.
Let's see what this puppy can do.
Distract the Nazis. instead of getting away from them, but it's not like the puppers can make it inside of a home, it seems like. Still throw grenades. Has like unlimited firepower. The objective keeps changing here. Now it is pass through the catacombs. Guys were not here a moment ago.
good friend, but now you're just too damn big.
I wish I could get those. RoboPup had too much RoboCurry. Exit through the lower sewers. Alright, so that looks like lower sewers that I need to exit through. Oh shit, you can get off of the robot. Nope, that's not the button. Oh, there we go. So, let me come here and grab this. I'm certainly making a whole lot of splashy noises. I don't know how stealthy I'm really being here. Yeah. El fin.
Anya. Come in, Anya. Do you read?
William, I read you.
What's happening? You okay there, darling?
I'm doing... fine.
Badass
I'm trying to
Prego shit.
regroup with Fergus. I've contacted Grace. The U-boat is on its way in, and we are on our way to Lakeview District.
Listen, don't do anything reckless. You stay safe.
I'll be fine. Anya out.
Horton, what's your status?
Rounding up the last of the people and fixing to leave.
Make your way to the Lakeview District. Bring everyone. We're getting a ride out of here.
Well, Billy, that might be a fine idea in theory, but I reckon all them Nazis between here and yonder might slow us down, dearly.
Wager I can get their attention.
Alright, kill them all. That seems like a good stopping point. And it seems like, at least I'll have a good objective come next Tuesday.
Next stop, Lakeview District.
So I think that's where I'm going to be calling it for the evening. I love that kind of southern speak. Yeah, the roundabout talk. Oh, you'd hate me since I'm not a big fan of Firefly. Not exactly my favorite sci-fi show. I tried getting into it and it just wasn't my bag, but who knows, maybe I just gotta give it a few more attempts. But I tried, damn, that thing is monsters. I tried watching it, I got it like 3 episodes deep, and it just wasn't for me. Lex! You show up right as I'm about to leave, man. But nice to see you in there. If you can't share enthusiasm, just don't hate too hard. I honestly don't even hate too hard. Like, I just kind of concede to the point where I'm like, it's not for me. But at the same time, you know, like, I know there are people who, like, swear that Firefly is, like, Josh Whedon's gift to the world. And for me, it's never been anything that great. Shit, Lex and Derek. A nice surprise, though, about to log off. Frank him up. Yeah, I'll mess around with this next Tuesday. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really about to go in and start trying to like knock this thing out.
Lakeview District.
Plus, it'd be nice if I can find like a electric recharge for my gun. Cause that'll probably go away in good way in trying to like screw this thing up. I only had one grenade. Alright, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna call it anyways. No, there will be no Han playing. I can assure you of that. Han is Heroes of Newerth. Another game in the vein of like League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, and so on. With an incredibly toxic community. So I guess League also falls into that, right? I'll go VR. It's funny, I did throw a couple hatchets at him to see if it would do anything, but it was definitely useless against that thing.
Lakeview District.
Yeah, man. Oh, there you go. Double shotty. This will be effective. Oh, wait. Have I, like, glitched him somehow? I will gladly save after this if I somehow glitched him out with a double shotty. I'm about to run out of ammo.
Let's go! Bogged down by Nazis here! Foster's topsided it! Get on ya! What's the name of this fucking place?
Alright, you're gonna stand on this mattress save
of the Lakeview apartment building.
And end on a high note there.
For a wee bit, but these Nazis keep coming like torrential diarrhea!
Terror-Billy, we've met up with your people on the roof of the Lakeview apartment
Yeah,
building.
it definitely looks bugged, but I will take that, man. I'll take a cheap victory on one of those things.
That ride of yours better get here soon, because we won't hold out much longer.
Alright, guys. So, until next Tuesday, where we will pick up where we left off. You know, I honestly can't even remember. I know we got Heather coming up next. And, oh, she's starting Ori and the Blind Forest. Which is a great game. With, I guess she's returning to feels. After playing Death Road to Canada for a couple times.
Hey, Conrad!
So Ori and the Blind Forest tomorrow with Heather and Jesse, since he has killed Mother Brain once again with the thanks to the dead little Metroid that that rejuvenated Samus. He will be picking up Super Castlevania 4, and then Friday we have Kendra picking up on Vanishing of Ethan Carter. So, definitely some fun stuff coming up. feel free to take a look at them, check them out, hang out with us, talk shit, get drunk, drink bottles of wine. And if you can, we are also supporting the children's by doing a Half-Life Extra Life on May the 4th. So if you check out the Rapscallion Brigade Facebook, there should be details there on where you can donate for some children's and help out a children's hospital and for a good cause. And we'll be streaming for, some of us will be streaming for 24 hours on that May 4th weekend and doing some fun stuff there too. So until next Tuesday, thank you guys for hanging out. It was fun, and hopefully there will be less death on BJ's part, but more deaths on the Nazi side come next Tuesday. So thank you guys for hanging out once again, and have a great night.